Hi everyone, I'm here with Ceilidh and we're going to today do a monthly roundup to give you a kind of quick overview of all the things that happened in the Safe network in January. Of course, if you'd rather read it, you can head over to our Medium post and it's all there. Or if you'd like some more detail, the forum's the place to go. And as always, if you've got questions, then the forum community always there to help. So we're going to start off with some front end news. There's been a few developments this month. We've had a browser update, a C# API update, and a new release of a Java API. Okay, so we've had the C# API update. So now we're at version 0.2.0, and that lets people do development using .NET on desktop and cross-platform mobile with Xamarin. Hopefully that's going to let us see loads more development going on in the network, because we've got a big list of demanded apps people want on the forums. So that would be really cool.
Be really, really good. Yeah. And then the next release was a Java API, which is to allow developers to create native Android apps on the Safe network. So one of our key developer guys, Lionel, did a few bits of content for us. So he created a video where he kind of walked through how to build the apps, kind of a tutorial, like a step-by-step guide, which is really great.
And that shows you how to use the example app as well, doesn't it?
Exactly, which is really helpful. And he was also featured on Fergus's Safe Crossroads podcast, so I would definitely listen to that if you haven't already.
That's quite exciting because that's the first time we've ever had Android development, isn't it?
Yeah. And then the last one was a browser, so really kind of a small update there. It was to really just fix some bugs and make some incremental updates. So massive thanks to the community who flagged a lot of that kind of stuff, so the developers could kind of work on that in the background. So
and it'd be good to see if anyone finds any other bugs with this one, so we can continue to make those incremental changes. So chuck them in GitHub or on the forum if you find anything that you think we should look into.
Perfect.
So if we move on to the back end, so there's been obviously loads and loads of work going on in the back end with the teams there. Really technical, so we won't go into loads of detail. But the two kind of biggest things are the Parsec performance updates, and the Fleming team have also been working on some really cool stuff. And we just released that thing on the forum that kind of outlines their plans that they've been doing, because that's been a little bit of a black box up until now.
Yeah, so the Fleming team especially are really keen to kind of open up what they're working on to the community. So Pierre released the first one yesterday, which was just kind of a bit of like an intro into kind of what Fleming is, just to remind us what it is. And then this will be kind of a series of posts over the next kind of coming weeks and months, each kind of taking a section of it and kind of explaining it, and we'll be definitely looking to you guys in the community to voice your comment and kind of add anything to that.
So we'll post the link to that forum post underneath the video if anyone wants to have a look and comment. That'd be really great. And the other thing is the Crust team, the guys there have been working on the external reachability test to try and make it a bit more secure. So it just kind of goes back to like the fundamental side of that. This is the first point of entry onto the network, and the guys have been trying to make it far more secure, reliable, so it doesn't use single TCP anymore. And I think there's a lot of really interesting chat going on in that in the forum as well.
Absolutely,
so that could be something that if you're really technically minded, you might want to look into. But I think it just goes back to the fact that security is the main, the premise of
it's
the
a key
network.
driver to what we're working on.
Right, so to finish off, we've also been featured in quite a lot of like podcasts and
lots of
cool stuff this week. So this month, Doug's been doing a few things. He has been featured on Ernie Hancock's podcast, so you can listen to that if you fancy it. There's also been a great video with Crypto Beagles.
That's
a really
good.
great watch. So head over to his YouTube channel if you want to watch that.
And it's not just been Doug, so we had Josh and Gabe, the front-end developer team, run a kind of live Q&A and kind of walkthrough of the kind of front end. So they kind of walked through the kind of dApps, how that all works. So that was amazing. We had lots of good turnout, lots of good questions, and we're just working on that video now, so that'll be published very soon for those of you who missed that session. We'll be looking to run these again. I think it went really well. So if you've got any kind of ideas for topics or anything that you'd love to kind of be taken through in more detail, drop us a note in the forum and we'll get that in plan.
And as always, Fergus has been doing some great work on the Safe podcast. So there's, I think there's 3 or 4 episodes this month that you can go and watch. So again, we'll post the link to that underneath this video if you want something to kind of keep your commute a bit more interesting. And I think that might be us for this month. It seems like for January it's been really busy.
Very busy.
And February no doubt will be even busier.
I'm sure it will be.
Obviously this is our first time doing these monthly roundup videos, so if you have any feedback or comments, or you'd like to see us do it a bit different, do post underneath the video or in the forum, ping us, and of course we'll get back to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.